Oh, they clocked us. Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here. I didn't mean to aggro all of them at once. I don't think we can win that fight as we are now. Please stop chasing us. Whoo! Okay. Okay. So, let's do the tiniest amount of prep before we worry about that again. Orbment and use arts. Okay, so I don't have the muscle memory for this down just yet.
Try to scooch in on the enemy.
Yeah, we're gonna okay, we're gonna go ahead and work these guys really quickly. Get used to okay. Oh, I guess that's the maximum range that we can move. All right, so we got them, made it happen. I don't want to fight just one at a time. Okay. All right, well, whatever. All of them. This is all of the rest of them. Okay. Good luck. And he's only got 54 CP, and I have no idea if Fairy has... I have no idea if Fairy has her S break. I probably should have... Wow, okay, this is not good.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just get in here. Uh-oh, whoops, I meant to attack.
A boost
All right.
would work here.
Yes. She does have hers, Ignis Rampage.
Output at maximum.
All right.
This'll hurt. Keep it up. It's working.
I could have sworn we were with both of them, but I guess not. Whatever.
Activating skill. It's the end of the line. Yeah. You're finished. Ignis. Rampage. Boost gauge limit broken.
All right. Golden. Crushing tackle. That's fine. We can heal that off, no problem. Might be seeing that game over screen. Hold on. How do you escape from battles? Oh, we're done. Well. All right. Okay, that was not good.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
Let's go for...
It's working.
Because our EP totals are absolute, and we only have a single EP charge.
There. Hit him fast, Fairy.
Yes, do so, because I don't think... Alright, because what I want to do is maybe have them stand a bit further apart so that we're not all getting got.
Keep it up. It's working.
Wait, what? God dang it, they're too far away.
I'll round them up and scatter them.
Going on.
And honestly, like in the previous games, you could blame Falcom because they would specifically arrange the enemies in that particular way. Can't do that here. It's our fault they're standing like this. Let's just attack. Or hold on, what do these do? Slow, burn, and side attack bonus.
This'll hurt. This'll hurt. Keep
Okay.
it up. It's working.
Go ahead and get some.
There you are.
Nice. 432. It's crazy. All right, yeah, that's what we want. Seem a little closer.
I have to do something.
You do. You will be white healing immediately.
Really using it.
Does she? Fairy doesn't need a white heal, so she'll be... Let's stand her right here.
I owe you one.
Dang, he walked right... Oh, nice! Get him!
My move now.
It is, and you have 70. So we'll aerial dust in this tiny little spot we got here. 130, that's fine. She's eating that for breakfast.
Eat this.
Alright, Fairy's next, and she's getting a CP heal.
Perfect chance.
I agree.
Energy output at maximum.
So let's
Pull out all the stops.
hit the crafts.
This'll hurt.
Ignis Rampage on everybody. Can we still get everyone when we're linked with... Yeah. Well, that's it for them.
Give me power. Yeah.
Okay,
You're finished.
second verse, same as the first. Let's see if we got something better here.
Boost gauge limit broken.
Nice. Alright, well, this became a lot more manageable all of a sudden.
You're open.
Got him with the overkill. And now Van, go ahead and piece him up. Ooh, alright. We didn't even get a new level off of that? But yes, I'm very glad they let us fight them little by little, because otherwise it was going to be bad. That was the last of them. Huh, not bad. I already know how good Van is, but I'm amazed at how fast you are, Fairy. Are all warriors of Kruga like that? No way! I'm still a rookie. Most of them are much better than me. And your arts were awesome, Agnes! So is your staff! Aw, thank you. It's called an orbital staff, and... Come on now. Wish I knew what was up with those monsters. It was almost like... Hello, you three over there! Alright, so these are nobodies. Driver Roger. Are you okay? We really owe you one. We had to pull over because of engine trouble, and the next thing we knew, we were surrounded. I have to say, you've got some incredible combat skills. What are you, bracers? Basically. Nah, just ordinary passersby. You work for West Calvert Transport, right? Let me give you my card. Arkwright Solutions? I'm just a guy who helps people with their problems, not affiliated with the Bracer Guild. Even open to fighting monsters and stuff like I did just there, for a price. Wait. Van? Hate to come across like this, but you would have been screwed without us, right? Wait, is Van putting the screws to him? Are we extorting these guys? So if you could let your company know that and have them foot the bill, that'd be great. Wow! He's like, I don't do nothing for free, not even saving lives. What? But the police or guild would never... Well, we ain't cops or bracers. And you can't keep the lights on with a thank you. Not trying to scam you here. I just want a fair price for our services. We'll even escort you to town to finish the job. Wow! He's not lying though. The bracers and the police would be all too happy to offer their services for free. But clearly that's not how we get down at Arkwright Solutions. Wouldn't imagine you're in a rush to get attacked again on the road, are you? You got me there. This is so inappropriate. I can see where you're coming from, but I don't think it's inappropriate at all. She is a Jaeger. Of course she thinks this is par for the course. Whether it's the water we drink or the security to see we're safe from harm, nothing in life is free. I suppose so. I wonder if everyone from the Central East has such a practical mindset. Alright then, we'll hire you to take us down the Krail. And as soon as we arrive, I'll phone my boss. Sounds like a plan. Now come on, you two. Back in the truck. Okay. Oh, alright. Agnes and her conscience.
I wasn't expecting that to be how this ended.
Mint-haired man. No. No, that's somebody else.
That young man's most certainly caught my attention.
There had to be one actual human being on there. The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. Actual human being is in like a non-NPC. But it makes you wonder, because there's definitely like most people, September 7th, 12:20 p.m. I'm assuming mint-haired man can fight just fine, but there's a reason he didn't. Crail Village. All right. Reminds me of the place Oliver grew up at. Real small town vibes.
Well now, isn't this a lovely village? It's like an idyllic painting. Rolling hills amidst clear streams, a windmill turning with the wind, and a touch of Middle Ages architecture.
Yep. So it's the picture perfect view of the first town in a JRPG.
The white flowers we saw in the wheat field were beautiful as well. They were buckwheat flowers, weren't they?
Dang, she can tell?
Good eye. Fun fact, the village uses them in their specialty dish, galette.
Van and his sweet tooth.
Oh, I've heard of those. Ida always says they make for a perfect lunch treat. I'm excited to finally visit this place.
Anyway, that bus is going to be out of commission for a while, so why don't we grab some grub?
Yeah, might as well with all this newfound cash flow we got our hands on. I hear the inn over there has the best food in the village. While we're chowing down, we can ask if Ida's unit dropped by there. Sound good? In Limoges. Yep. Then let's go inside, shall we? See what kind of food they've got on offer. Wow, this egg is amazing! And the buckwheat has a pleasant fragrance as well. Even the side vegetables are delicious. Montmart has Krail's buckwheat too, but it's no surprise that it tastes even better here. Wait, they have oranges and blackcurrant galettes on the menu? Hell yeah, I am so ordering those! Oh, I think I'll do the same. I'll have some of those too. Maybe I'll order seconds and thirds. It sounds like you're all enjoying yourselves. Galettes are the pride of our village. No one makes them quite like us, so make sure you savor the flavor. And while you're at it, why don't you try some of the other items on the menu? We have vegetable galettes, smoked salmon, and seasonal fruits. Oh, and you'll definitely want to try our desserts. We serve some of the best caramel and ice cream you'll ever have. Yeah, gotta get as much money out of us as you can. So many choices! Is it bad that I want to order one of everything? You got caramel and ice cream? I'll take 10 of each. Jeez, dude. Wait, hang on. We didn't come here to drown ourselves in food. We came to ask you some questions. You work here a lot, right? Of course. My parents own the place after all. You saved the people on that bus, right? Well, fire away then. I'll gladly answer any questions you have. Cool. So I need you to think back to 10 days ago. Did any shady-looking people happen to stop by here? 10 days ago? I don't know if I can remember that far. Like, what was going on 10 days ago? Nothing too important or interesting. Wait. Actually, yes, there was a group of Jaegers staying here around then. Well, hey, that would definitely be something that sticks out. I knew it! If you don't mind me asking, how did you know they were Jaegers? Did their attire give it away? Oh no, they were all wearing casual clothes. I just know a Jaeger when I see one. Our village is near the border of a few countries, so we get patrons like them from time to time. Okay, well it makes sense you'd get a feel for them eventually. But as long as they pay their bills and don't cause trouble, they're just as welcome here as any of our other guests. I suppose that's fair. This village is probably treated as a buffer zone between Jaegers. Bracers are always buzzing around like flies, and there's a police station here. I've got a question for you. Was there a woman with that group of Jaegers? Yes, I remember there being one. I believe she was the leader. She had dark green hair tied back in a ponytail. Honestly, I thought she looked really cool. Yep, that's Ida, all right. It sounds like we're on the right track.
Do you know what happened to him after that? Like, did they say where they were headed, for example?
Normally, I wouldn't share that kind of information out of respect for their privacy, but since you know them, I don't mind sharing what I know. Yeah, why not? They stayed here for one night and left first thing in the morning. I don't know where they were going, though, and I haven't seen them since. Wait, no. That isn't quite right.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you seen one of them recently? Yes, I think so, actually. I'm pretty sure I saw the same woman 3 days ago.
For real?
So does that mean she's still in the village? I think that's doubtful, and honestly, it was also pretty dark out when I saw her, so I might have been wrong. I didn't see any of her Jaeger friends either.
I doubt they're dead yet, but they might be going that way.
You know, the more I talk it out, the more I realize I could have been totally mistaken. Sorry for getting your hopes up.
Right, because at this point, you don't want it, like, she can see that they're hanging on her every word, and she can't be 1000% sure of her recollection, so I wouldn't want to give anybody false hope either.
Don't be sorry. It's still a lead worth investigating.
We should ask around town and see if someone else caught sight of her, too. You've been a big help. I'll order one of the sweeter galettes later as thanks.
I'll hold you to that. I won't pry into your business, but I do hope you enjoy your stay in our village.
Well, that was plenty of info. Alright, gang, it's info gathering time. Hopefully, if this is some sort of mini-game, it's a lot better than Persona 4 handled it. But that game at this point is 16 years old, so I'm sure there's been a bit of improvement. The goal is to determine if Ida really was here 3 days ago. If luck's on our side, we'll get some good information in no time.
Fingers crossed. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Go ahead and see who's got something. Oh, one of the guys we extorted. Well, ain't that intriguing? She doesn't have... Someone said to watch out for... Yeah, okay, someone said to be on the lookout for sub-events. So I'm gonna have to get into the habit of checking for those delicious greens. Gather eyewitness information. Not before this.
Oh, come and see.
Wait, what?
If you
Oh, okay. Pardon me. I've heard that you take jobs like bracers do, yes? I've got a bit of a problem and I need some help. Would you be willing to hear me out?
Sure, but bear in mind, I ain't a bracer. I do a job if I feel like it. And I charge more than they do, too. You good with that?
Of course, just as long as the price is still reasonable.
Easy. I don't need to charge you too much. It'll just depend on how complicated the job is.
Thank you very much. You see, I'm stumped on what to do. I've been trying to make soba noodles, and they're just not turning out right. Someone from the city like yourself might know what I'm doing wrong.
Hopefully we don't have to answer questions. I don't know how to make friggin' soba.
Soba noodles? A dish made from buckwheat flour, kneaded and cut into noodles. I recall from a book that soba noodles are popular in Eastern cuisine, Far Eastern specifically, so...
Bingo. You two ever had any by chance? It's popular street food back in the capital. Has its fans, for sure. Pretty simple to make, but it's got a really deep flavor and it smells like nothing else.
Is it really? Dang it, now I'm hungry! I felt the same when the mayor told me about it the other day. So I figured I might as well try to make some myself for the Harvest Festival. I went around and asked the villagers for advice, since some of them know how to do those sorts of recipes. But, well, it's been a bit of a flop. I haven't been able to get the flavors right. The Harvest Festival. I think I read an article about it in the paper. Right, now I remember. They celebrate every autumn, right? That would mean this year's is right around the corner. So, I ain't exactly a cook. But I can try and give you some pointers based on the soba I've had in the capital. I think that would be a big help since you have that point of reference. Hearing about new experiences from new people is really interesting to me. Thank you for hearing me out. Your thoughts, Fan? She's eager for help, but... sure. So this'll increase our law alignment. Importance 1 star. Not really a job for a Spriggan, but we've got the time. Alright, I'll take it on. I always make sure to do the job right, so I want some good soba out of this. Oh, thank you so much. I'll do my best. I'm getting excited for some noodles myself. So, where do we start with this? Good question. So, you said you tried to make some and it didn't go so hot? What about them didn't come out right? Well, the flavor was off and so was the appearance. The dough turned out powdery when I was cutting it, like it wasn't put together very well. It took me so much effort to cut it that I just sort of mangled the dough. The result didn't even look like noodles. Well, okay, obviously, let's start there. If you want to make something that requires a lot of time and effort to put into it, make sure you're willing to put in the time and effort. The outside was all soggy and wet, but the inside was still chalky. It didn't soak evenly at all, probably because they weren't noodles. That implies something might have gone wrong when making the dough. Implies? She just told us that was a complete disaster. Perhaps there's more to making it than ordinary bread dough. And then the flavoring sauce. I tried to mix it up with make a flavor more familiar to the villagers here. So I ended up using basil as my base, or basil as my base. It wasn't inedible per se, but it just didn't seem quite right. Yeah, sounds like you leapt before you looked there. Best to stick to the recipe. Well, yes, you're right. So there's a lot to unpack here. But before we can dive in, we'll need to figure out how to make this stuff ourselves. So, you said you learned about the dish from some of the villagers, right? Yes. Mostly from Mayor Wang and Motona. They were a great help. Both can trace their roots to the east, so they had a general idea of how the recipe went. Well, that's as good a place to start as any. Feel free to kill some time until we're done asking around. So we have to speak to Wang and Motona. Of course. Thank you for your help.
Commencing mission.
Feasts from the East. Topics. Certain Forspriggans quests will present topics. You can press square to present topics to certain individuals. Oh, okay. Topic buckwheat noodle. So that's Officer whatever the heck. And we do have to chat him up. Not just yet, though. I'm sorry, Martha.
Why, hello.
We just want the buckwheat cookie. We're not interested in any of this other stuff. So is this going to be Motona? Yes, because I would imagine Wang to be inside of a building if he's the mayor. Let's bring up the topic.
Something.
Oh, you mean that recipe Giovanna asked about? Admittedly, I'm not too familiar with the recipe itself, but I know plenty about its ingredients. Buckwheat is my specialty. That's been passed down my family tree for generations. As millers, we know our wheat. Really now? That's wild. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised though, what with galettes being the big thing here. Yep. It was my family that first imported buckwheat flour to the village, in fact. So I dare say it's in my blood. So, how do you make buckwheat dough? There are two main ways you can do it. The simpler way is to just use only buckwheat flour, and that's called 100% dough. The second is to mix buckwheat flour with standard wheat flour. You can play around with the ratio of buckwheat to wheat, and that can change the dough pretty significantly. The most common ratio is 80% dough. That's 80% buckwheat, 20% wheat. So the way you make the dough isn't always the same. There's more to this than I thought, and I feel like this is actually real life information. Like, you can't actually make 80% dough. The more buckwheat you have in the dough, the easier it dries out. So working with higher buckwheat ratios takes more skill, especially when you're kneading it. So I guess we can suggest to her to start off small with wheat. That's about the gist of it. Huh. A lot more complicated than I gave it credit for. Thanks for the crash course. My pleasure. Give my regards to Giovanna, would you? Let's give it a crack and see what we can come up with. Right. Alright, so we presented her with that topic, and... Is Wang somewhere else? Wang is or Mayor Wang is probably somewhere else.
Whoa, that huge thing's turning just from the wind? I've never seen one of these up close in person before.
A windmill? Well, actually, I've never seen a windmill in person either, so let me stop. Just got back from a hunt and I heard the news. You telling me monsters attacked a bus? Yeah, was rolling by the village and it just got jumped. We fought them off though. No injuries to the passengers. Good, good. They were lucky to have you there. Yeah, they were. Their wallets, not so much. Something about that attack rubs me the wrong way. I noticed the monsters were acting all sorts of weird out on my hunts. Oh? You've seen them firsthand? What specifically was strange about them? So, I run into these packs of wolves around the village sometimes, and I've noticed them getting a lot more territorial recently. I can't really call it violent or aggressive though. It feels like something else. So the monsters are on edge? Or otherwise acting up. That's what I'm noticing, yeah. It doesn't feel like anger, it feels like fear. I don't know what could be rattling them so hard though. They hadn't been causing trouble until now. Y'all watch yourselves out there. Don't mean to nag you though. Doubt you need me to remind you. Oh no, by all means, thank you for the warning. Take care on your hunts. So Van, does that mean? Maybe. We don't know for sure that the wolves that hounded the bus were acting the same way. All we know, it could have been something else. But that's a good guess, so let's keep it in mind. Alright, so he's got some good info, but give me 1 second. So I was actually on Amazon and I saw a product placement for Trails Through Daybreak Deluxe Edition, and it didn't look anything like what I'd purchased, so I was like, hold on, what the heck? I thought I got the Deluxe Edition. But it turns out Trails Through Daybreak 2 is actually going to release next year. So Falcom, they're going crazy with it, with the localizations anyways, because this game originally came out in 2021. So, but they had a lot to, they had a lot to translate back in 2021, but I'm wondering if there's ever going to come a day where we'll be getting simultaneous releases. I think this series would have to get a lot more popular for that. I'm fine with things being super staggered like they are now, obviously. I'm fully locked in with the series. But I do think we're quickly approaching where we're going to be where the newest game in Japan will also be the newest game in America. It's not like the days, because I feel like I got in at a very good time, because
Trails in the Sky the Third had actually only recently been officially released when I first started playing it. I think it had been around for less than a few months by the time I got to it, maybe even less than a few weeks. But those days are long gone. So, you were the guys who saved those passengers. You have my thanks. No prob. Hey, you mind if I ask you a few questions? I'm trying to look into the attack myself. I see. I do appreciate your help, but I'm not sure I want to get wrapped up in that whole situation myself. Aren't you a cop? What do you mean? Oh, you'll be fine. Real jiffy, I promise. Oh. And full disclosure here, we're acting on the authority of a certain intelligence department. Ah, yeah, Van's not above lying in order to move things ahead. He's, okay, Van is such a breath of fresh air. After, what was it? It would have been, oh my gosh, 6 games in a row of Lloyd and Lloyd but again. This is very nice. I'll never not think so, because we spent over 1,000 hours with Lloyd and Lloyd but again. What? You don't mean the CID? Hey, he said it, not us. Let's just say I got the big boys on speed dial. It's not technically a lie. He said something and then Wally drew a conclusion and then we just didn't really elaborate further. Wait, what is he talking about? Literally nothing. He's just lying. He's, very good at stretching the truth. He's not technically lying, but... Well, I suppose it won't kill me. What do you want to ask about? Right, so we're looking into this band of Jaegers that blew through town maybe 10-ish days ago. We're thinking they might have come back recently. You seen anything that fits their description? Yeah, actually, I do recall bumping into a shady woman loitering around here. Ida? Well, I guess with Jaegers, because Ida certainly didn't seem the sketchy type when Ron was describing her. She was in the area alone on my patrol 3 nights ago. I saw her again the following night. That has to be her! Does it, though? I don't know. It seems pretty tenuous. You said she was alone? She was, yeah. I found that strange myself. Why? This place seems pretty idyllic. It seems like the kind of place anybody could walk around alone at night. Though, I guess the fact that they've got monsters going crazy and the police presence here means that might not technically be the case. And that she only showed up at night made her even more suspicious. Why? I see. Do you know what her motive might have been? I can't say for certain. None of the villagers reported assault or stolen goods at the time. And it's not unheard of for Jaegers to stop here for supplies. I don't see any criminal intent in her behavior, suspicious though it was. Fair enough. I guess she just stands out just by being a Jaeger. Even if she ain't causing trouble. But even Ron said that she wasn't dressed all that unusually. What we do know now is that she came back twice, well after her unit came through. Interesting. Alright, well. The evidence mounts. Goddard. Are they selling anything good? First, we'll shop with kinda, purchase equipment.
What do you need?
Whoa. Okay, that broad saber, but it's so expensive. Do you see that? Oh my 80os. Okay, Her magic evasion. Oh my god, you see that? Okay, the reinforced shoes, though these are a straight up upgrade, and the work boots are even better. Okay, and our move! Look at how much our move is gonna jump up! Oh, footwear only increases our art resistance. That's intriguing. But I can buy 2 pairs of these. Let's go for Van. Actually, let's just do them both. But this will mean we can move so much more.
There you go.
All right. And what kind of a stuff? We've already got Celebrate. And I'd actually rather not, because I want to work on slots. I want to work on slots ahead of like getting new quartz and drivers, which I keep having to remind myself used to all just be quartz. But oh, I left without, because we have to talk to her. I got so distracted by all the shiny new stuff. Ooh.
Well,
Strawberry Olay. Wheat tea, which we've already drunk, so I won't be buying that. So, what do you got for us, kinda? Welcome! Oh, you must be the travelers I've heard about. How can I help you? Anything you need done with your orbits? Maintenance, maybe? You just leave it to me. I'm no greenhorn, despite what the boss says. Thanks. We might hit you up for that in a bit, but right now I want to ask you some questions. You recall seeing a band of Jaegers come by around 10 days ago? Jaegers? Actually, yeah. I think I saw the boss talking to this Jaeger-looking girl. So, somebody else saw her. That would have been what? The night before last? Yeah, pretty sure. Okay, so Ida was palling around here for several nights, it sounds like. I'm guessing she needed work done on her weapon. Or some supplies, maybe. No, I think it might have been something else. She asked to borrow our truck. They do tool rental here? Awesome. So I think she was doing some hauling that night. Hauling what? I don't know. Did she bring the truck back? Yeah, that is odd. Coming out alone under the cover of darkness just to haul stuff around? I know, right? It made me awfully curious. At the time I thought, like, maybe she just needs some tools or equipment or something. Maybe for fixing up their guns or other stuff. Good to know. Thanks. The people at the inn said she came through 3 days ago. But then she came back the following night because she talked to the factory boss the night before last.
All right, let's go monster hunting. To the highway we go.
Shouldn't we talk to some more people before we head out?
Right, we still have stuff.
Nah, we've gotten every scrap of info they have to give.
How can he be so certain? Okay, well, clearly the map is backing up. Well, let's not disrespect Van's Spriggan intuition. Clearly, he knows what the heck he's talking about. And I do
hope
want
that
to...
bus makes it back safe and sound.
They'll be alright.
If something happens to it, it's just more work and Mira for us.
Alright.
Van, please don't wish for people's misfortune.
Man, Van already knows he's gonna do what it takes to keep the lights on. Alright, Krail Village. Wait, what's this? This red? Huh? Okay. Is the mayor not here? Okay, I'm gonna check around for Mayor Wang really quickly, even though there's nothing on the map. I just want to be 100% certain that I don't have to walk somewhere. Is this him? That's Anha. Mayor Wang. Wait, what? Okay, well, so I'm glad I did, because I was like, there should be some, okay. The way it used to work in the previous games is that if you were on a request or something like that, there would be a marking on the field to indicate where you needed to go. So,
It's a good thing I was paying attention and not just blazing through the stuff. I always pay attention to the stuff that Falcom tells me, though. But yes, I'm glad we checked, because otherwise I would have walked right out of here without doing this.
Can we talk?
Is this about Giovanna's soba efforts? I'm sorry to hear that she's having trouble with it. But I do appreciate you helping her. I hope she gets the recipe just right. And she will, with your assistance. Well, the field's not my forte, but I make sure I always do the job right. You can leave it to us. That's the spirit, young man. As for the soba, I can give some insight on the sauce if you'd like. My mother was born quite far to the east. She became skilled at preparing their cuisine growing up. From what I remember, soba sauce is made by first preparing a base soup stock, then adding the flavor of choice to it. So, dashi? Huh, can you tell us more? The flavoring is a blend of various spices and sauces, usually local to the area. When the blend is finished, you mix it into the soup stock. Soba stock would traditionally use kelp or dried bonito to my knowledge. But there are many other bases you can use. Dried vegetables, mushrooms, sardines, and the like. Really, anything goes so long as it tastes good. So maybe we should stick to the simplest stuff for starting out, so you can personalize the flavor of the soba that way. I see! And notice, he didn't mention basil even once. But kelp and bonito don't appear to be common ingredients here. At least I'm not particularly familiar with them. Probably bigger out in the east. I see. We can probably use more stuff more common around here instead. So, what should we make the soup stock out of? Giovanna mentioned basil? Basil would work in a pinch, sure. But I'm thinking if we want to really make the soba pop, we should get something stronger. Seafood's a good bet. We'll just need something we can find around here. Shrimp, maybe? Think we could get some of that? Oh. Maybe, if we're looking for seafood, this might be the introduction of the fishing minigame, if one exists in here. Well, I'm sure Van is going to turn out to be a giant fan of fishing. Aha! As it so happens, some of our merchants do carry that. Shrimp is common in Eastern cuisine, so you should be able to find some from specialty merchants. I think I have some in my house, in fact. If you'd like it, you need only ask. Perfect. Hopefully we don't gotta raid your pantry, but if we do, we'll let you know. Nice! Our ingredients are secured. Right, the community around here is unreal. The sense of community around here is unreal. He's willing to help out just because. Secured indeed. Mission accomplished. Thank you for your help, Mayor Wang. Oh, my pleasure. I see some wonderful soba in my future. Okay, that should be good enough. I think we have a good grasp on the subject now. So do we go back to Giovanna's now? Actually, you know, I think we're still missing something. Oh? And what would that something be? A secret spice, that's what. Yeah, Falcom's gotta throw something in there, so we'll get some additional bonus if we can find whatever third person we need to bring this topic up with. Nothing wrong with sticking to the basics, but I say if we're making our own, we put a little spin on it. Something off the beaten path, you know? Maybe something that grows around here? How about local plants? We could probably find some stuff down by the creek. I'm not sure what you mean, but you sound really confident about it. I trust you on this one. Cool. If we don't find anything, no biggie. We absolutely will. But, okay, so we have to, is there? Okay, I was like, is there a creek down here? But this is normally what it is. So in the previous games, Mayor Wang would also have been marked by this green triangle. To let you know, like, it was basically impossible to miss anything. And I'm gonna miss that. But we're back on our original series type-ish. Or actually, no, because okay, so there's one request in Trails of Cold Steel. Absolutely flubbed it. Had no idea what they wanted me to find. You have to find some girl's student handbook. And you have to actually be looking at the world because it's sitting on a couch. I failed that mission so badly. Oh, look at this right here. It's a weed or something? Is that even edible? No, actually. I think that student handbook is marked on the map, but Trails of Cold Steel was like the second Trails game I ever played, so I had no idea what to be looking for. I don't believe I've seen a plant like this before. Yeah, this here is what's called a fresh ingredient. City slickers, take note. They aren't common in the Central East, so I imagine you don't see any out there either. Van took the plant by the stem and plucked it. What is it, mint? Now, Far Eastern spice recipes call for wasabi, so he's gonna make horseradish out of this? And while this ain't the same thing, it's still called mountain wasabi, and for good reason. Packs a hell of a kick. So yeah, this'll do just fine. You shred this up, grind it into a paste, and bam! Instant winner. I see. So this is what raw horseradish looks like. Interesting. So, is it similar to other kinds of radishes? It's just called that, and actually I don't know why it's called horseradish. Oh boy, you don't want to eat this like other radishes, no. Might as well kiss your tongue goodbye if you do. Is it really that strong? It can be it'll clear your sinuses quick. I'm not a picky eater, you know. I can take it. Now I'm eager to try horseradish and soba noodles both. And you're about to get the opportunity to, clearly. I think that about does it then. Let's bring Giovanna up to speed. But I don't think, yeah, obtained horseradish. I don't think we'd have been able to complete this request otherwise. Either way, Giovanna, we've got some good news for you. And a nice little law alignment update for ourselves. Yo, we picked up a lot of stuff from the village. Oh, thank you very much. If possible, I'd like to try and make another batch, and you can guide me as I'm making them. Would that work for you? Let's teach her. Dicture, that's crazy. A sure thing. Thank you. Let's move to my kitchen. Oh, heavens, I forgot. My house is just a mess right now. I'm sorry, could you give me just a minute to clean up? What timing? If you're in need of a kitchen, mine is ready and waiting. Who's this, Wang? Ah, Mayor Wang! I thought I'd stop by and see how things were going. Good that I did. Best to strike while the iron's hot, no? You'd be welcome to use my kitchen instead of cleaning yours up first. Oh, thank you so much. I'll gladly accept. Let's head for the mayor's house then. I'll just need to stop by my house real quick to grab some cookware and ingredients. Sure, we'll help you carry whatever you need. This is getting really exciting. I do look forward to these noodles we'll make. Well, make yourselves at home. My husband told me you'll be borrowing our kitchen. Help yourselves to whatever you might need. We'll be upstairs if you need anything from us. Don't hesitate to bug us if you run into trouble. I'm looking forward to seeing how your noodles come out. Thank you both so much. I promise they'll be worth the wait. Now then, we have the kitchen and we have the ingredients. All that's left is to put it all together. Do let me know if anything seems off to you. I'm counting on you. I should have saved before this. Sounds good. Glad to help. Ooh, I can't wait! I wonder if we purposefully flub this, will we gain chaos points instead? So first and foremost, the dough. I remember that you can use 100% buckwheat, or you can substitute wheat to make a ratio of your choosing. At the time, I figured, well, the more buckwheat the merrier, so I just went all in with it. So you went for 100%? I did, yes. Should we stick with 100% dough then? Let's buck the trend. Not to be pushy, but I think a lower ratio will be better. Like 80-20. Because she did say that it's easier to work with 80-20. It doesn't dry out as quickly. Moltono was telling me about how 100% dough is really tricky to work with. Dries out before you know it. So adding some standard wheat in the mix should help when you're kneading it.
I see. Well, that does make sense. Let's go ahead and do 80% buckwheat then. Now to knead it. Oh goodness, you're right. It's so much more hydrated than before. This is much easier. This should hold up better when I cut it. I think the ratio really was the secret. Smells good too. It's looking great already. I'm excited to see the completed dish. Right, onto the sauce now. I think the stock was where I went wrong last time. I tried using basil and it didn't turn out very well. What would you recommend instead? Something fishy. Let's go with shrimp. Let's try using shrimp this time. Mayor said he had some in his pantry. Don't imagine they'll have a problem with us borrowing some, long as we offer them a bowl. Shrimp? I see, I see. Let's try that then. I'll go and find the shrimp for her. I'll keep an eye on the pot for when it starts boiling. Van and company made themselves busy helping Giovanna with the noodles. Under their watchful eyes, the dish was finally assembled, and I feel like we knocked it out of the park. Yeah, this looks golden. Ah, now this is superb. The smell alone makes my mouth water. So these are proper soba noodles. I've never had them before, but they look scrumptious. I'm flattered. I couldn't have done it without all your help. Now, let's see how it tastes, shall we? Hell yeah, man. I'm starving. Thank you for treating us. Thanks. Van and company dug right in. Oh, wow. It tastes really funny, but in a good way. It's delicious. Can I have seconds, please? Oh yeah, the henna shrimp with that earthy note from the buckwheat. That right here is a winner. 5 stars, I'd wolf them down again. I can really taste the natural flavors in this dish. This is almost like a sample of the entire region. Jeez, talk about hyping it up. You mentioned this was a Far Eastern recipe? This stands out even among them. It's unlike anything I've ever eaten before. But this is our reward for obviously getting both choices correct. I really wasn't expecting the flavor profile to be so complex. It turned out simply wonderful. This does bring me back. The taste is always so comforting to me, no matter how long I go between bowls. I dare say you've mastered this recipe. Make sure you try some of the horseradish too, hey? It's freshly shredded, so it'll really light up your taste buds. Oh, good point. I might as well give it a try. I wonder how it might complement the noodles. You told us just a little bit, right? I don't see the harm in adding a little more. I can take the spiciest essential Eastern recipes, so this'll be cake. I don't know. I feel like horseradish. I feel like the difference in the kind of spiciness between horseradish and a hot sauce is because it's like Louisiana hot sauce isn't gonna clear your sinuses the way wasabi would, you know? Agnes and Fairy decided to try the horseradish with their noodles. What is that? It's not just spicy, I can't even taste the noodles anymore. I really don't like that. I prefer the noodles by themselves. Goodness, this is strong indeed. I imagine that's to do with how fresh it is. It's acidic at first, but the aftertaste is quite pleasant. I can see the appeal, it's just an acquired taste. Yep, it's a very mature flavor. Not for the faint of heart, but once you try it, it hooks you. You don't like it though, that ain't a problem. You can just have it as is instead. The buckwheat's plenty flavorful on its own. Why do I feel like I just lost a fight? Because Van basically indirectly said you guys weren't mature enough to handle it. Van is quite the seasoned eater, isn't he? There's something admirable about that. Appetites thoroughly whetted, the group made quick work of their soba noodles. Thank you all so much. I'm glad I was able to do the recipe justice.
It's interesting that Giovanna bows. I'm not sure we've seen that before, but this place is highly influenced by Far Eastern culture, so... Now I just need to practice it so that come festival time, they'll be even tastier. Looking forward to it. I'm glad I got to try Far Eastern cuisine for myself. This really was delicious. Thank you very much for the meal, Giovanna.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
I agree. 2
Love to
SP.
see it.
Reward deposited.
Just a little bit of law points. Not enough to up our alignment. But, alright. With this place thoroughly taken care of, it's time to hit the road, Jack. Thief! Thief! He stole my bike, the bastard! Are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Just, this guy came walking up to me just now. Middle-aged, but I couldn't really catch his face. He muttered something about needing to get away in a hurry, and then he nicked my bike. Son of a... It's more than a bike to me. He's gonna pay for this. It's more than a bike. I don't think it's him who's gonna be paying, Mr. Kyle. That's just incorrigible. Van, we should give chase. Okay, she's so free and proper with it. But wait, wouldn't this count as a job? Do we need to get an agreement first? Let's put the screws to this guy. Normally, this would be police work. Normally. But who knows how long their response time might be. We're right here, and they're not. Yo, got a sec? We're a group called Arkwright Solutions. Go ahead and give them the pitch, the hard sell, if you will. I can get your bike back for a price. What kind of price? Oh, you're the ones who saved the bus from those monsters, aren't you? Then, yes, please, I'll hire you. That bike means the world to me. We've crisscrossed the whole country together on my fishing trips. Ah, okay, so this guy's the fishing tutorial. If you can catch up to him and get it back, then I'll give us a fishing rod. I'll pay you whatever you want. I don't have much, but I won't have anything without my bike. Let's then. Well, was thinking about scouring the highway anyway. Convenient little excuse we've got here. Let's hit the road, gang. Might still be able to catch him on foot. Okay. Let's be off. There's really no reason for us to not jump into the Arkwright mobile, but, you know, whatever. So, let's unbungle this bike, checking detailed battle results. And the battle tab of the log menu. This road is surrounded by so much natural beauty, and the air is so crisp and fresh. It's too bad the monsters here and there are spoiling such lovely scenery. On the plus side, they don't seem as riled up as they did when they attacked that bus. As long as we don't go out of our way to provoke them, I don't think there'll be a problem. I agree. Just be aware that could change at any moment. I don't think enough time's passed since the bus incident for us to let our guards down here. Stay alert. We will! Alright, because I've been needing a spot to grind. Change formation. You can change your party formation from status in the main menu. Press up or down on the D-pad to select a character and X to reorder them. Alright. Press right to open tactics from the main menu. Press square to change battle commands. Field battles set how characters act during field battles. Command battle, set where characters are at the start of a command battle. Alright. So first, let's drop ourselves a nice save here. Because your boy mainly just wants to be able to come back here. Yeah, see? So much natural bounty to grind on. But we'll go ahead and beat down. Oh, okay, cool. Just telling us.
Oh, looks like a chest. Yeah.
No enemies found.
Tira Balm. And I need to buy more EP charges. Yeah, our EP counts. Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay. Wait. What's this? Oh, okay. It's just an open chest thing. So, even if I wanted to...
I couldn't really get into too many fights.
Want to clear him out?
No, not really. Uh-oh. Don't hit me. There's so many enemies. It's way okay, I guess, well, maybe there aren't more enemies than there used to be. It's just enemies aren't represented on the field by an icon anymore, and they don't take us into Whoa! This is nice. That just, ooh. We're gonna be visiting, we're gonna be paying Kaina a nice little visit. Nope. Resolve bicycle theft. Is the thing on the ground here? I will be killing literally everything here, but I'm gonna be doing that off screen. If we gotta struggle a little bit in the fight, that's okay. Nope. Alright. Looks like this is where the guy was at. Oh, the bike! Okay. Not what I was expecting, but sure. Do you think this is that man's stolen bicycle? That's what I'd put my money on. It sure wasn't here when we passed in the truck. It looks to be partially damaged, unfortunately. But at least we can recover it for him. Now I'm just curious what happened to the man who stole it. I'm sure if we follow this path, we'll be able to catch him out. Yeah, the owner told us the thief said he mentioned needing to run away from something, didn't he? Then why would he just discard it here? I'm guessing something happened that they weren't counting on. This might be a peaceful area, but there's still monsters around. It ain't hard to guess what could have happened. The wolves are back! That sounded like a wolf howling! I can sense a bunch of monsters around a single point a little ways away. Do you think the bicycle thief is under attack? Could well be. Let's get a move on in the direction we heard that howl from. Think we need to speak with the thief before we can call this case closed. Let's hurry! So, we are going to be at a slight disadvantage then. Let's make sure that Van, at the very least... Yeah, we have tear bombs galore. Okay, yep. And there's our guy. This is gonna be a lot of fighting. So, let's save again. Just in case we get absolutely stomped. Can we just walk up here? We can just walk up here. And that's an NPC. So it's not the mint-haired dude, but the mint-haired dude didn't seem that pathetic. Red-eyed wolf. Well, this is some mess. It looks like they're fighting over who gets to eat him. Who are you? Oh, like I care who you are. Just help me, please. They just came at me all of a sudden. They're gonna have me for... Keep your voice down. You'll just provoke them. Okay, so she's not as fleet of foot as the rest of us. I think that's an interesting detail, actually. Are you okay? Not more wolves. There's something off about them. Their red glowing eyes, maybe? Oh, half of the wolves just ran away. Well, that makes things easier for us because this was about to be dire. These ones, though, they want to eat. It looks like the other half aren't going to back down so easily, though. Something's really got them in a frenzy. And just look at how red their eyes are. I want to know what's happened to make them this way, but they aren't going to wait for us to find out. At least we don't have to deal with as many of them as I thought. Let's do this.
Give me your worst.
All right, through those shards, nice.
A chance.
Yes, 164. Say less. We actually should be able, but we've got the crit here too, so
This'll hurt.
Let's
Keep it up. It's working. Activating skill.
All right.
Time for the main.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Excellent.
Like hell you are.
Threw that guardian out, nice and easy. You shall. Let's hit him with
Going all in.
We'll icicle hammer this one. And you'll...
Pull out all the stops.
This'll hurt.
She can get all three of them.
Fast, Barry.
It's no side attack, but...
Engaging shield.
And that Guardian... Okay, because that moves her out of position. Well... One's frozen, one's burned. Whoa, that doesn't hurt at all anymore. Okay.
What should I do?
Let's... Okay, can
Going all
we...
in.
Support. Alright, we have to switch to that. I think we can make it. Somebody mentioned that you kind of have to guess where you're at with this new system versus being able to immediately tell. And yeah, it is a little inferior, even if it does look a lot slicker. Maybe if they were numbered too, or there was like a next... there is a next thing there, but yeah, we could use a numbering system.
Initializing drive.
It's not as at a glance as it used to be.
You'll pay for that.
Go all out. Keep it up. It's working.
This'll hurt.
I think with coin bullets... Yep. Everybody's getting some of this action.
Fast. Take this.
There.
Go ahead and make sure that Fairy does not die.
Perfect chance.
And to that
Boost would
end...
work here.
This'll hurt.
Yeah, we'll just have her go right back over.
A chance.
And
Activate
let's just
skill.
bully this one to death.
Sucker. A chance.
Here's some extra.
Alright, cool. That went really well.
I did it.
New level. Excellent. Whew. That takes care of them. So, I apologize if I'm wrong, but did you recently steal a bicycle? If you did, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Yeah, that's me. Go ahead. I'm not gonna try and fight you. Yeah, you saw what'll happen if you do. Whoa. Okay, that looks like a Kaiser Dovak or whatever the heck. What was that? The kind of dog... Oh. It's the kind of dog the Jaegers use. Ida. What are you doing, Ida? Between the wolves that attacked that bus and the ones we just had to fight, something's definitely not right here. It's like they're being controlled by fear somehow. I just can't put my finger on it. Are you alright, Van? We still haven't questioned our suspect. Oh, right. We're Arkwright Solutions. We're here on behalf of a guy who had his bike stolen. We managed to recover it, but I don't think just getting that back is going to satisfy our client. Why'd you steal it at all? Come on, fess up. What? Don't play dumb with me. There's no way you're here on behalf of that guy. You came to Krail to shake some mirror at me, didn't you? He thinks we're the ones who are after him? What are you talking about? Do you know him, Van? Nope. Never even met him before. What's going on? Was it maybe the mint-haired guy? What? That's what I want to know! Then you're not a debt collector from the companies I owe money to? Really? Nope. We're Arkwright Solutions, like I just said. I'm not gonna say we never do debt collection work, but we haven't been asked to come for you, that's for sure. Oh, adios. What a relief. I did all that for nothing. So the reason you stole that bicycle was because you assumed Van was a debt collector and wanted to run away from him? Yeah, I've borrowed a lot of money from a bunch of different places over the years. It's gotten to the point where I'm in too deep to get out. So I figured my only hope was to flee abroad. That's how I ended up on that bus. But I saw you as soon as we arrived in Krail, and I could tell you were a pro. I was convinced you had to be someone who'd come to collect my debts. After that, I was just looking for an opportunity to flee as far away as possible. And when that opportunity presented itself, you stole some guy's bike and rode off, only to get surrounded by monsters immediately after. Well, I'm glad we were able to clear up that misunderstanding between us. How about we get back to the village for now, then? There's no guarantee that more monsters won't come for us, and we need to return that bicycle to its owner. I think that's a good idea. Don't try and run away from us again, you hear? I won't. I doubt I could escape from you guys even if I wanted to. Then off we go! So, resolve bicycle theft, and we can probably just fast travel there now, right? Yeah, Krail Village entrance. Arrondissement de Vichy. Hey, is everyone alright? Kyle, I didn't expect you to leave the village. You really were sweating over that bike, huh? Though I'd be the same if it was my truck, so I can't say I don't get how you feel. I think that about sums up all that happened. Your bicycle is now officially back in your hands, even if it is a little worse for wear. Whew, thank you so much. I'm just happy to have it back. I'm glad we were able to help you. Oh, right. I need to ask about how much you charge. I hope I've got enough to cover your costs. If it'll cost more than about 20,000 Mira, I might need to pay it in installations. Dude, never offer, like, we should have haggled with us a bit. Now we know exactly how much you can pay. We don't charge anywhere near that. We're not here to rip you off, you know. And right, okay, Van may be willing to go ahead and, well, Van makes sure he wants to get paid for the work he does, but he's not out to screw anybody over. We're a little more expensive than the Bracer Guild, but we only charge for time spent and necessary expenses. Really? What a relief. You're clearly really good at what you do, so I thought you'd charge an arm and a leg. I'll make sure to wire you your money later then. Right, and then it's time to talk about what to do about our friend here. How do you want us to handle this? If you've got any requests, we're all ears. We can turn this guy in. I really am sorry for stealing it. It was all just a stupid misunderstanding on my part. I know. How about I pay these guys in your place? It might take me a while to gather the money, though. We already know you're no good for it, so we definitely don't want to hear that. So please, give a guy a break. Well, if he means what he says, my heart says to forgive him. It feels like he shouldn't get off almost completely scot-free after stealing someone's property, though. You don't have any good ideas on what to do in a situation like this, do you? Oh, no. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I know how we'd handle it as warriors, but I know it's not the same here. Maybe chop off a pinky finger or something? How about we have him sign some kind of legally binding document? I suspect there's an even better way of handling this, though. Right, I'm sure you have to sign all kinds of stuff to get into the debt that he's in. We're dealing with a guy who's already on the run from his debts. If we go soft on him, he's not going to take this seriously. One option is to just hand him into the authorities and do this by the book. That'll increase our law. Kinda bugs me to leave the client's bike damaged, too. That's not fair on him at all. Maybe we could have the thief work here in town to raise the money to repair it? What should we do? Turn him in? That would be lawful, and we've already accrued some law points. Put him to work might be grayer. Normally, I'd say we should hand him over to the authorities. But how does making him pay for the bike's repairs sound to you? You know I don't have that kind of Mira, right? Or any at all for that matter. Sure, that's why you'll be working in the village to earn it. What? That does sound good. That way he'll have time to reflect on what he did, and I won't have to shell out Mira for repairs. But I feel like I'll be causing trouble for the people here with this solution. I'll help smooth things over with him, don't worry. Oh, and don't even think of using this as a chance to escape, buddy, because like you've already surmised, Arkwright Solutions is very good at what it does. If you try that, I'll contact the cops or those debt collectors you got, and you'll never be able to go out in public again. Ugh. I guess this is how things gotta be. Man, I never should have stolen that bike. We should make our way back to the village now, then. Well, I feel like that went pretty swimmingly, if I do say so myself. So, what's all this then? Hey, you guys! Oh, did you have business outside the village? Yeah, but we got it all wrapped up now. How's the bus holding up? Well, it's nothing that can't be fixed, but it'll take us the rest of the day to get it up and running again. Thankfully, my supervisors were understanding. They said we can head back tomorrow morning. Still, I'm sorry about the whole situation. You said you were headed to some country called Ripoff, right? Oh, nice! Yeah, and it's not exactly a stone's throw away from here. And I really don't want to make the trip at night, so we have to make lodging arrangements for all the passengers. Oh, really? How'd you work that out? I'm sure very expensively. I didn't think the inn had enough rooms for everyone. We actually have a village hall where people can stay in an emergency. Wow, they're really prepared. I'm letting the passengers stay there tonight free of charge. That's really nice of you! I'm sure they're all breathing a sigh of relief. Yeah, we owe them big time, and our company isn't about to let that debt go unpaid. Speaking of which, they also agreed to pay you too. Nice! Because they could have just said no, and then what recourse would we have had? They'll wire the mirror to you soon. Hey, they might have already done it by now. Nice! Appreciate the business, my man. And if you ever find yourself in another jam, just give us a ring. Oh, yeah, there was something else I wanted to run by you. And what might that be? Van informed the mayor about the bicycle theft and asked if the culprit could perform community service in Krail to pay for its repairs. Thrilled to have an extra pair of working hands, the mayor accepted and went with them to speak to the inn's owner, Ben, about employing Nathan there. Ben was all too happy to approve the plan, and thus Nathan began his stint as a janitor, where he would do menial chores for many weeks to come.
Mission accomplished! Great job, you guys!
Yes, ma'am!
Mira deposit confirmed!
1,500 big ones. Okay, law and gray up. So we're gonna be very gray by the time this is over, but that's what I'm aiming for. I always go neutral alignment. Alright, we're making headway in our investigation. We now know for sure that Ida was here 3 days ago. Not only that, but she was also spotted the following day. We also learned that the monsters around here are acting strange. Yeah, don't know what to make of that yet. I feel like the puzzle pieces are coming together, but we're still a few short of the full picture. We'll worry about that later, though. It's about time we head on back to the inn. What? We're staying here? You guys, it took us hours to drive here. There's no way Ida is still in the village. Shouldn't we be out there looking for her? Not tonight. There's no telling where she might have gone, and I'm not about to go on a wild goose chase. She could be in Ripoff, Orid, Nord Highlands. Whoa, the Nord Highlands are near here? The list goes on. Besides, wait, will we even be able to cross into Arabonia? Well, things are really smoothed over between us now, so I'm sure our passports are good. I'm catching a whiff of something, and it ain't the galettes. Something smells fishy here. What do you mean exactly? Are you talking about the monsters? Well, yeah, they're part of it too. Anyway, you gotta be prepared to head back to the capital tomorrow, Agnes. With or without us. Yes, I know. I'll take a look at the bus schedule soon. But first, we should check in at the inn. Good idea. The passengers aren't staying there, so they should have an open room or two. And there's Nathan. Well, here we are. I'm sorry that we didn't have more than one room for you all. Oh no, that's on us. We should have thought to book 2 rooms in advance. Those beds look super comfy. It's like they're inviting me to climb in, curl up, and conk out. We're thinking about eating at around 7. I'll have one of those sweet galettes. Coming right up. I'll be sure you get the finest we have. In the meantime, please make yourselves comfortable. It's not like we had any other choice. Besides, Fairy's here too, so it's going to be fine. Yes, totally fine. Yeah, I mean, honestly, wait, how long have we've known Agnes for like a few weeks? And we've known Fairy for like a few hours. You okay, Agnes? Are you feeling a little under the weather? She's the only one worried about that. No, I'm perfectly fine. Never been better. Anyway, the plan was to gather a little bit more information before dinner, right? Then there's no time to waste. Let's drop our luggage here and get back to work. Huh? Oh, okay. Should we start with the old guy at the general store? Sure, sounds good.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Interim reports can now be turned in. Interim reports? Business trip destinations. You can write an SP report from an inn or a room van is using while out on the job. And so we can also rest here for free? Don't mind if I do. And let's do an interim report.
That's how it goes.
Right, E++.
Rank up. Damn, that's pretty generous.
Septium vein and a gladiator headband. I remember gladiator headbands used to be endgame equipment. Now we're getting them so quickly, and we're definitely about to put it to use. Let's go ahead and equip that to our main man van. Strength plus 10, item drop plus 15%. Yes. CP up 30%. Let's get it. And so do some extra recon.
Another good harvest this year.
Let's shop with him. Use kitchen. Sure. Let's cook ourselves 1 chocolate sable.
I'll give it a try. I put my heart into it.
Chocolate sable times 1. Hopefully it's not something we've already eaten, but...
Take as long as you need.
Family style galettes. We'll have one of these. A galette crepe. And then a fresh salad.
I'll be waiting for you.
And from here, we've got our
You guys
business.
hear that?
Sounds like whistling? I think it's coming from northwest of here.
So it must be these kids then. Hillside. It's okay, Annie. I know Lashkar will find him. He's gotta. I know, I just... Sounds like they've got trouble on their hands. I feel for him, but we don't have the time to spare. We need to sort out our own business first. Let's see if we can help them after we're done. So, we're not going to be able to accept this particular request until we've talked to this old man then. That's okay. Oh! So, is this how Ida is pied? Whoa! Okay. So, that's definitely not who I thought it was.
Oh? How long have you been standing there?
Not long. We're sorry if we disturbed you. We were just entranced by your song. I feel like I've heard that melody somewhere before. Yeah, your voice is so soothing. Are you like a master musician or something?
I'd hardly call myself a master, but your praise is most appreciated. I recognize you. You're the dashing heroes from Edith who saved us from those vicious wolves.
We are indeed. He looks more nondescript in the face than I was expecting. Oh, you were on that bus?
Indeed. I had a front row seat to the performance, and what a marvelous performance it was.
Melchior the Traveler. Welp, we know how this goes.
My name is Melchior. I am but a humble traveling Bohemian, a lone wanderer of the world whose only compass is his heart.
All right, Olivier, calm down. But I know how Falcom games go at this point. I do not trust this guy.
My heart guided me to a bus at the Messeldom port, and it took me all the way through the capital before stopping here.
You traveled all the way here from Messeldom? That's quite the roundabout journey. I'm a teensy bit jealous, mister. Traveling the world sounds like loads of fun.
Alas, it does not put food on the table. I must stop for work on occasion to keep my howling stomach at bay.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I do not have the luxury of purchasing first-class vehicles like yours. I envy you, my spiky-haired friend.
If you're looking for work, we got you covered. Thanks. I may have got her used, but she's been a great partner to me. Let's steer away from the topic of cars for a sec. Where have you been all day? We didn't see you when we made our rounds earlier. Did you go wandering off somewhere? Excellent guess. The hills outside the village piqued my interest, so I decided to take a quick hike over there. You took a quick hike all the way out there? I hope you didn't have any run-ins with monsters along the way. Not at all. I've been traveling for some time now, so I've acquired something of a sixth sense for danger. As a result, it was an uneventful trip in that regard. I did manage to see something truly wonderful, though. I feel like he's the one who's controlling the wolves with that song of his. Is that right? There's a large ruin made up of stone pillars, you see. It dates back to the ancient Sumerian civilization. It's likely from the same age as the ruins in Nord. Evidently, a 10-arch tall statue was excavated from the area 20 years ago. Yeah, we've definitely seen those giant Gundam-looking things. Gundam-looking things. Those are the, we know what they are. They're the... Crap, I can't remember what they're called. Sadly, the church got their grimy little hands on it, and it hasn't been seen since. It's such a pity. Tourists would have flocked to this village had it remained. Still, I doubt Krail has any trouble attracting tourists. I mean, just look at it. It's gorgeous. Not to change the subject, but I wanted to ask you something. Have you seen Ida? Did you see anyone else when you were over by the hills? I can't say I did, no. There were no other living beings in sight. Gotcha. We'll find her. Well, thanks anyway. Oh, yeah. Should mention that the bus isn't going to be leaving until tomorrow now. So, the mayor will provide a roof over my head. How benevolent of him. Free is the best price, and I'm not about to object to his act of charity. Thank you for telling me. No prob. We'll be sticking around here too, so if you need anything, give us a holler. How lovely. I shall keep that in mind. This is the first time I've met someone who calls themselves a Bohemian. He's certainly an odd one, isn't he? He knows a good car when he sees one, so he's an alright guy in my book. And I would say Van is an excellent judge of character, so maybe I don't have any reason to instantly distrust Melchior. I see it doesn't take much to get on your good side. Is something the matter, Fairy? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking. Is it just me, or do those hills look like the perfect spot to set up camp? I guess it's possible that Ida and her crew could be around there. But if they are, they're probably pretty far out. That guy would have spotted them over by the hills otherwise. We can check the area out tomorrow morning. Sun's about to go down, so let's head back to the inn. Okay. Your hunch definitely sounds plausible. We can go over all the information we have once we're back in our room. Surely there's something that will point us in the right direction. Think things through at the inn, which we will do, but that's going to have to be next time. So definitely join me. Oh, sub-events are blue. Okay. But that's all going to be next time, so definitely join me then for more Trails Through Daybreak. Bye for now, guys.
I never knew